Good evening. Oh, you can hear me? That's good. Good evening. Welcome to the Top 20 dinner at East Hartford High School. I'm Matt Ryan. I'm the principal at East Hartford High School. I just want to make sure, can you guys hear me? You can hear me in the back? Okay. Yes, I got thumbs up. Very good. Well, welcome. We got great weather tonight. Super excited. Tonight's about the people sitting at your tables. Tonight's about parents. Tonight's about teachers. And most importantly, tonight's about the top 20 and the students. And so we're super excited to celebrate you. And we're super excited to have a great meal from Bear's Barbecue. And we're super excited to hear from the students, the top 20 students. So we'll have a couple people say some speeches, but the most important speeches come from the top 20. And so we'll get to them right after we have dinner. But right away, I'd like to start off our program today and bring up Mayor Mike Walsh. As he's making his way up to the podium, I wanted to just give you a couple of numbers, right? So these students played the game. They have the highest weighted GPA out of all of the students in their class. So their GPA ranks from 3.99 to 4.16. That's out of a 4.0 scale, and then things are weighted. They have taken 138 advanced placement courses. They have taken 221 honors courses. Both of those exceed the last 5 years of top 20 classes. The SATs span from 1,100 to 1,420. Again, the highest average in the last 4 years. They have participated in over 135 clubs, activities, and sports. So they're not just doing it right in the classroom and they just grind it out in the books. They participate in the activities, clubs, and sports, and that's just here at East Hartford High School. Many of them have multiple activities and events that they participate outside of East Hartford High School. And 15 of the top 20 are K-12 students in East Hartford Public Schools. 1 is the 6th grade to 12th grade, and 4 came to East Hartford High School 9th grade to 12th grade. So we have grown our own here at East Hartford High School. Additionally, so what's most important to parents right now is paying for the next 4 years. Now, the class of 2023 has over $6.5 million of scholarships as a class. That's amazing. What's truly amazing, so there's 330 something graduates, so that's $6.5 million. But the 20 of you own 35% of that at $2.6 million in scholarships. So I leave you with that. These students played the game in high school and they won. And they're going to win at the next level as well. And here's Mayor Mike.
Hey, good evening, everybody. My name's Mayor Mike. Tonight, I am here to congratulate you, to praise you, and to celebrate you. And in all honesty, I'm here for the Bear's Barbecue as well. But before I go on, a few people we want to recognize. And if I've missed anybody, please raise your hand. From the East Hartford Town Council, our Vice Chair, Don Bell. Also from the East Hartford Town Council, the Majority Leader, John Morrison. There he is, over there. I know we're probably going to have Rich Kehoe here. I don't believe he's here yet. Did I miss anybody else from the Town Council? Going back a few years, one of the recipients, his grandfather is here, Don Curry. He was on the Board of Education as the chair, he was on the East Hartford Town Council, and he finished his political career up as the town treasurer. So Don, I saw you here somewhere. Where's that hand? Right. Thank you all for your service. So, in my opinion, you have reached the first pinnacle in your life or major milestone. You have acquired knowledge, something no one can ever take from you. For that, look around. Thank your teachers. Thank your principals. Thank the administrators. Thank your custodian, your parents, anybody in your life that got you to this point. I know you worked hard, but everybody had a support system. So look around and don't forget those people that helped you get to tonight. A decade ago, my daughters were here, so I know the work that you put in. And I walked around and I asked some of the top 20, was it hard or was it easy? And I was a guy who was Mr. 200 out of a class of 400, so I was Mr. Mediocrity. And it always baffled me. I struggled to get to 200. And when I asked these scholars tonight, they're like, yeah, it wasn't too bad. I just don't understand that, so God bless you for that. Like your town, you really don't know just how good you can be yet, but you're on your way to finding out. I think that's a cool thing. So savor this moment, savor this pinnacle, savor this award, but build on it. Seek to acquire wisdom as the complementary twin to the knowledge you now possess. So tonight, bask in the glow of the award of being called top 20. You are breathing rarefied air. For you are the best, you are the brightest, and you are the future for this town. And for that, I'm here on behalf of the community of 51,000 to congratulate you on your work, congratulate you on your award, and look for things in the future when you take care of this town. Thank you.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we have Ms. Porch and Mr. Pulley, assistant principals. They're going to dismiss some tables. We'll go like 3 or 4 at a time, and we'll come up to the food line. Just start at the far end, and then you can work your way down. So it's Bears food. There's 4 different types of meat. I guess you get to pick 2. It's kind of like Panera, pick 2. And then there's also sides and drinks, and you have your silverware at your table. And so once we're all seated and eating, we will have some more presentations. And once that's through, we'll bring the students up for their individual speeches as well. Dante's here tonight. Give Dante a round of applause. He has plenty of service hours, but he's here for the Bears barbecue as well. But he'll be playing some dinner music for us. Please enjoy your Bears barbecue. All right, good evening. I'm back up here. We're going to get started with the second half of our program. At this time, I'd like to bring up the chairman of the Board of Education, Mr. Tyron Harris. As he makes his way up to the podium, I just wanted to let you know that our Sodexo staff will be around to your tables to clear your plates and your silverware. So they'll be coming around to do that during the student speeches. So you can just sit tight. If you're like my wife, you can give your plate to somebody else because she hates when the empty plate is in front of her for more than 30 seconds. So I usually end up with like 4 or 5 stacked in front of me. And I usually finish whatever's left on everybody else's plate too. So if you need that, you can talk to Mr. Quick. He'd be more than happy to help you, and he'd clean your plate. Okay, Mr. Harris, here we go.
So welcome and congratulations to you, your parents, and your support system and your induction into the East Hartford High School's Top 20 dinner. So your hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence have paid off, and you should be proud of your accomplishments. Your academic success is a testament of your intelligence, your perseverance, and passion for learning. As you progress in your academic journey and in life, please remember to challenge yourself, set high goals, and pursue your dreams with great determination. Your top 20 success in the beginning of years is a bright future filled with endless possibilities as you embark in your journey going forward. Remember that your education is a valuable asset that will open doors to new opportunities and help you achieve your goals. So keep up the good work, stay focused, and never stop learning. You have potential. You have a positive impact on our community, and the East Hartford Hornets community can't wait to see what each and every one of you will achieve in the future. So with that being said, tonight I am honored to say that my fellow board members, Patrick Biggins, Dr. Annabelle Diaz-Santiago, Vanessa Jenkins, Matt Loft, Marilyn Pett, Doris Roberts, Valerie Sheard, Stephanie Walkins, and I are proud of your many achievements over the years. So congratulations again, and best of luck in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
All right, so right, the next order of business is I wanted to just ensure that everybody knew that from Mayor Mike Walsh, everybody will be getting a citation, certificate of special recognition for being designated a top 20 student in the graduating class of 2023 by East Hartford Public Schools, signed by Mayor Mike as well as Rich Kehoe on behalf of the Town Council. At this time, I'd like to bring up the Superintendent of East Hartford Public Schools, Dr. Nathan Quinnell.
Well, good evening, everyone. And I understand that I'm following the barbecue and the burn ends, but I think we can get a little more energy out of us, here. I think we deserve that. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. This is an incredible night, and I just want to start off with two things. Number one, sincere gratitude. And I want to start with gratitude to our moms and dads and aunts and uncles and neighbors and all these folks at the table. And it's a thank you for your trust in us. Thank you for sending the best thing in your life, your child, to us, and to let us have the opportunity to work with your child and educate your child and learn from your child and benefit from your child. I'm a parent, and I know how much I count on the people in my kids' lives, and I don't take that lightly that you've counted on us. So sincere thanks. Tonight's a big night for you. Tonight is another step in your journey, and good job to date, and get your wallets out, because the next 4 years get more expensive. Besides the $2.5 million you guys already racked up, but other than that. Second piece of gratitude, I really want to thank our staff. Tonight is an awesome night for me because I get to look around and look at the teachers here, that they've all been invited, teachers, staff, principals, etc. They've all been invited by the students who are sitting here. And I was never invited to a top 20 dinner. I really wish I was. That is a tribute to you. I need to reflect on why I wasn't, but that's for a later date. That's a tribute to you, our staff. And it's amazing to watch you sit there and watch the relationships you have with these students. And teaching is an art of teaching is an act of service. Teaching is an act of giving. Teaching is an act of sacrificing. And thank you for making so many of those sacrifices to make this a great place. I also want to really thank Mr. Ryan and the entire high school administrative team. Mr. Ryan is, in my book, a leader that I'm in awe of in terms of what he does at this school every day. If you get a chance to walk around this school, and I really wish you did have that chance, you would be shocked at watching Mr. Ryan walk down a hallway, 1,600 students, knowing each of the kids by their name, knowing their stories, knowing what they're interested in. And Matt, you've just done this for so long, and you sound terrible tonight, by the way, so I hope you get some rest, but I just really appreciate what the administration does here. So that was thing one. That's it. That was thing. Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you very much for that. So thing two, I've been thinking about this a lot. I have a daughter graduating from high school. I have a son who graduated last year. And I like to think that they greatly benefit from all the pearls of wisdom that I bestow on them on a very routine basis. They sit there and receptively say, "Dad, tell us more. We want more knowledge." Parents in here are kind of you guys feel the same way, right? That's the general sense you have from your child. Yes, I agree. But, I sometimes wonder back to what a 16, 17-year-old young adult is thinking right now. And I honestly, God, I don't know, to really be honest with you, I don't know. But what I really want to impress upon you is over the next few weeks, you're going to be given a lot of advice. Tonight you were given some amazing advice. And I don't know what sticks with that for you. I really don't. But tonight, my piece of advice is grab something. Grab something that someone tells you and let it stick. I'm not saying stick as in need to get the tattoo on the arm thing, not advising that. I'm saying let it stick as something that's going to carry you as you move forward. You have people around you who love you, who care about you, who would do anything for you. And they're giving you things in this next 2 weeks, with the exception of graduation checks, I'm not talking about that, that will benefit your life. Don't miss that chance. So students and parents and administration, our town leaders, our mayor, our board chairman, I want to end with my gratitude for you. And thank you for supporting us so much so that we can do this. And thank you for all the kindness and care that you've shown over so many years. And graduates, really looking forward to the next, I don't know, we're not that far away, but I'm not going to count days, but we're getting there. And enjoy this time. So thank you, Mr. Ryan.
All right, so that is true. I sound terrible today. So I'm going to bring up the assistant principal, the first assistant principal for East Hartford High School, who's going to lead us through and to the end of the evening, Mr. Ed Lavoie.
This is my own fault. I had to get on him at 6:07 this morning because he came in late to work out this morning. This is an amazing honor to be here tonight. Mr. Ryan asked me at 4 o'clock, he's like, can you lead the way? Because I don't feel too good, don't sound too good. I don't sound much better, but he blames me for getting him sick, so it's my fault, so I take over the reins tonight. I've been invited to be a guest of a Top 20 dinner twice as a teacher prior to taking over as assistant principal, and it is a great honor. Students, to who you invited tonight, it was a great honor for me to be a part of that celebration with those students that invited me in the past. With that being said, reflecting and thinking about the top 20 students that are here tonight, they're a part of my class, the class of 2023. And it is a great honor to be here with them and celebrate them. They all have different stories, and they're gonna share them tonight. And they've all, they bust their tails, like Mr. Ryan said earlier tonight, but it amazes me the resilience they all have, the things that they do, not just in the classroom. Talking to these students on a daily basis, getting to know them over the last couple years, and knowing all the little things that they do, the nuances, with their extracurricular activities, they're going to jobs, the relationships with their friends and their families. It's just amazing what an amazing group of students is here with us tonight. So that being said, we're gonna start off tonight, and in Mr. Ryan's spirit, how he usually does it is, we hear about this for a couple months, top 20, who's the top 20, who's number 10, who's number 5, and so on and so forth. So they don't know when they're speaking tonight. So prior to coming down here, I made a random list. Mr. Carafano, random things and statistics if we've been in your classroom a few times. So we're gonna start the evening off with, number 18, Adriana Archibald. If you'd like to come up, please. She's also our student council president, a wonderful dancer, and a beautiful young woman.
Good evening. I really did not want to be first, but okay, so today I stand before you with a grateful heart and a sense of accomplishment as one of our senior class's top 20 students. This accomplishment would not have been possible without the unwavering support and guidance of so many amazing people in my life. I'm humbled and honored to be given this opportunity to express my gratitude. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to my mother. Mom, you've always been a guiding light and my biggest supporter. Your love, sacrifices, and encouragement have helped shape me into who I am today. You believed in me even when I doubted myself, and I will be eternally grateful for that. Thank you for instilling in me the values of determination, hard work, and resilience. This achievement is as much as yours as it is mine. To all the dedicated and exceptional teachers who have guided me throughout my academic journey, I owe you a debt of thanks. You have not only taught me, but also inspired and motivated me to reach for the stars. Your enthusiasm for education and dedication to my success has truly been inspiring. Thank you for going above and beyond to make sure I've had the resources and guidance I needed to succeed. I would also like to express my thanks to my incredible friends Your encouragement, laughter, and friendships have made my high school years truly incredible. We have overcome obstacles, celebrated accomplishments, and made lifelong memories together. Your presence in my life has served as a constant reminder that success tastes better when shared with people that we care about. Thank you for being there for me and being a pillar of strength. With this support, I was able to serve as Student Council President, be a part of the National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, and a Connections Plus leader. So, last but not least, I would like to thank myself. From the from the sleepless nights of studying to the endless amounts of homework and projects, I've done it all. Without my determination and my drive, all of the help from the others would have been put to waste. Standing here as one of the top 20 seniors in our graduating class is a testament to the incredible support system that has surrounded me. As we move forward in our lives, I promise to carry the lessons you have all taught me and the values you have instilled within me. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of my journey and making this milestone possible.
I did forget to mention one thing. We're a little short tonight, but each top 20 student gets to pick a gift to take with them on their journey, their next chapter in their life. Unfortunately, the refrigerators that 18 of them chose, they haven't been delivered yet. Who knows? They're probably still in the barge from 4 years ago. But the microwaves are here, so if you chose a microwave, make sure you come up and get it before you leave tonight. All right, our next student is ranked number 15, and that would be Nadia Harris.
So I want to thank my family and friends, especially my mom, for helping me to get this far in my high school career. Without her, I wouldn't be the individual I am today. My plans for next year are going to UConn with an undecided major because I'm not sure what type of law I would like to go into. I chose this poem because I feel that it expresses the joys of life and how we should persevere through. It's called Rise Up by Tracy Golding. Rise up to the blessing of another day, to all that awaits you this moment, to all that will challenge you and enlighten you. Rise up to the opportunity to live in your truth and appreciate the truth of others, to make a difference and matter to those in your path and to those you've never noticed. Be awakened by the joys of opportunities both sought after and placed before you. Rise up to the choices that you have the freedom to make and take delight in being the vessel to enforce them. Embrace your beauty, your strength, and most importantly, your flaws. Be courageous when faced with adversity and smile when you've conquered the impossible. Rise up to your fears and shortcomings and face them with the belief that you are not the only one. You are never alone. There is so much turmoil in the world today. Be that small ripple in the water that becomes a huge wave of hope and positive change. Be that spark that ignites into a blaze of restoration. Rise up to the responsibility of reminding our youth that they are royalty and should conduct themselves as such, with the dignity and respect which is needed to be a part of resolution and not a part of our demise. Although life has a way to often break us down, we must rise up to the realities of our destiny. We cannot be broken. Our spirit cannot waver. Our souls have been fortified with ancestry that embodied perseverance, power, and the will to praise God. Rise up kings, rise up queens. I'm almost done. We are backed by our foundation of greatness and all that we are facing in the world. Today is our foundation of inspiration and purpose. We must be inspired every day to simply and deliberately rise up.
Next up is our 12th rated student in the class, ranked student, Ariana Reyes.
Okay, hello, my name's Ariana Reyes, and it's great to be able to see or meet everyone tonight. I will admit, I'm pretty nervous right now, but if you could all just lie and say I look really calm, then that would be great. Thanks. So, we're finally graduating, and it feels just about as weird as I predicted it would. And even though I'm slightly dreading leaving the comfort of public school, mainly because it's free, I'm sure you all agree, I'm also not that scared because I will eventually return just as a teacher. If all goes as planned, I'll be at UConn next year. Or no, I keep wanting to say next year, but it really is that close. Later this year, doing pre-teaching in hopes to become an elementary school teacher, which does tend to get mixed reactions, the most common being, "Oh, you poor soul," or "Wow, good luck." Lots of good lucks, yeah. Many people are surprised that I chose to be around screaming kids all day as a career path, but I think it'll be fun, although it is understandable, as I'm sure many of you have had interesting experiences taking care of kids. So I just want to say, if you see me in 20 years and I've lost all of my hair, don't judge me too harshly, because I'm the one teaching your kids the importance of ABCs. In all seriousness though, I am pretty excited to get into teaching and working with kids, since it's something I've always enjoyed doing and thought about. Plus, I need to stay young somehow. I mean, if I'm going into a career where I work for 37 years, it's important I'm surrounded by the most intelligent people on a day-to-day basis. And of course, as I'm sure most of you are aware, the most essential aspect of being a good teacher is to have a great sense of humor. So if you don't mind, I'd like to finish off by testing out some teaching puns. I know not everyone's a pun person, and these are very hit or miss, mainly miss, but maybe you'll enjoy them. Okay, the first one is the weakest, so we'll get out the way. Why should you never date an apostrophe? They're too possessive. This one's more straightforward. What do you call a teacher who forgot to take the attendance? Absent-minded. Okay, the last one's my favorite, but some people don't know what a green thumb is. A green thumb is basically like you enjoy gardening, you enjoy planting, so there, now you'll get the joke. Which teachers have the greenest thumbs? Kindergarten teachers. I think they were pretty educational. Lastly, I want to wish everyone here luck, and more importantly, my classmates happiness with their futures. Have a nice night and enjoy the rest of the speeches.
Ariana, I need the absentee joke for the teachers of the school for tomorrow, please. All right, next up. Oh, you need me? Next up is, let's find my numbers here. The student who is ranked 9th in the class, Alejandro Morales.
Hi, I'm also very nervous, so bear with me. Okay, hello. Well, we've made it this far. We made it to the top 20. We're graduating high school, going off to college. I really can't believe it's been 4 years, broken up by COVID, but it's been 4 years. However, throughout those 4 years, I could be often be found buried in a book. Within one of these books, I found one quote that I enjoyed. I'm not grouchy, I just have a low tolerance for stupidity. To me, reading is worth every second, full of adventures, characters, and new ideas. The thing is, the further I got into each year, I found myself reading less and less, and finding adventures and friends all around me. I had the chance to explore new things in AP classes, take part in, and shamelessly judge my friends' shenanigans all the time. Now, reflecting back, I realize it was worth it putting down a book every once in a while in order to experience these things. I enjoyed my years at this school. Thank you to all the teachers and school administrators, my friends and family, some of whom are here tonight, who made this possible. They have helped me to become a better person. I will be going to Rensselaer in the fall, studying civil engineering. It's a big step, and I'm prepared to take it, largely because of my time here. To close, I'll leave you with another quote. Big surprise. Somehow we'll find it. The balance between whom we wish to be and whom we need to be. But for now, we'll simply have to be satisfied with who we are. Thank you.
Next up, I'd like to call up the 6th ranked student in the class, Bianca Christian.
Hello, good evening. Have you noticed all of the grass has lost its blossoms? The once vibrant yellow buds have twisted closed in a quiet change to reveal to the anticipated soil a dome of delicate seeds. Seeds that after leaving the impression of its stem are far gone. Cycles akin to this occur in a manner that only allow for observance after the action has occurred, for it is only when seeds have risen into the air that we notice the lack of speckled fields. Have you observed this cycle? There was a point in time when you speckled a field, you radiated golden under the sun, ready to deepen your roots in the soil of the school grounds. Yet as much as time brought joy, it also brought change. Change to another point in time that required energy to be preserved and your bud to be shielded. In this intermission, you rested, reevaluated, and slowly allowed yourself to open into a more malleable and resilient version of yourself with the ability to soon spread your knowledge, kindness, and company aloft fields and soils on other grounds. Whether you all started your high school career with the goal of academic prestige in mind, or decided along the way to apply yourselves with greater effort, no matter how we all ended up here, we all underwent a change and exhibited our ability to excel as we have claimed our spots as the top 20 students of East Hartford High School's class of 2023. But perhaps you didn't actively observe this cycle. You didn't really mean to change. In the fast-paced life we have found ourselves in, it's difficult to remain steady in who we are when everywhere you find yourself there is something enticing, something you can be, and you might change. I observed this myself, suddenly finding my dome of fuzzy seeds and wondering the whereabouts of my golden bud. To remedy this, I found something to allow for stability. For me, this was biochemistry. Exploring and discovering the rules that govern microscopic life is an interest I knew could always remind me of how I am able to live and breathe and how beautifully complex our existence is, allowing myself not to get too lost in the infinite capacities of our world. This way, as I pass through the inevitable change that comes with the university experience, I can remain active in who I choose to be. I do encourage you, even after all of your accomplishments and all of your growth, to ask yourself if you have grown in the way that is best for you, and if what you have chosen to do with yourself will allow you to be active in your own journey and purposeful in your goals. Unlike flowers, you have the ability to shield and reopen yourself however you would like to, whenever you'd like to, and choose how your bundle of seeds will influence the soils of society. So take a moment to watch the fields and observe this change. Congratulations once again on this one-of-a-kind accomplishment, and good luck with all that you choose to be.
All right, the next student we'd like to recognize is ranked number 3rd in the class, Lloyd Fropom. Lloyd is a little under the weather. That's Lloyd right over there. He will be attending Cornell University next year. Congratulations, Lloyd. Next up, we'd like to call up the valedictorian, which makes her number 1 in the class, Elizabeth Caligera.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Caligera. I will be attending the University of Connecticut, and I will be majoring in actuarial science. I will now begin to uncomfortably brag about myself. I have been an active student at East Hartford High School ever since my freshman year. I have been able to thrive in various aspects of school, such as being a high-achieving academic student, a student athlete, and a leader. I have worked countless hours and nights to become the valedictorian of the class of 2023. Although I have put in the work to be in this position here today, I would like to dedicate this speech to my support system that always believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. I would like to thank my favorite teachers and staff members that not only positively impacted my learning experience, but have made a lasting impact on my high school experience as well. I would like to give a personal shout out to Miss Sarah. The class of 2023 is Miss Sarah's first class that she has seen from freshman year to senior year. Miss Sarah was my freshman year math teacher, and then she became my National Honor Society advisor. After a stressful day at school from freshman year up until now, I would always know that Miss Sarah's door would be open for me to sit and talk to her for as long as I needed. When I think about my high school experience, it is impossible to not talk about Miss Sarah. I would like to thank you for everything, and let you know that I truly appreciate the bond we're able to build. To the woman that would always be there to pick me up on half days, take me to Cumberland Farms to get slushies, and open her home to me, my sister, and my cousin during the summer while my parents were working, or to put it bluntly, anytime my parents needed a break from my sister and I would like to say thank you, Grandma, for everything, and I love you. To the man that would run to the grocery store late at night for ice cream because I was simply in the mood for it, let me go on jobs with him in his truck, and bring me to open parking lots to teach me how to drive, I would like to say thank you for everything, Dad, and I love you. To the woman in my life that would let me crawl in her bed after my dad left for work early in the morning, take me to home decor and furniture stores to look around just for fun, while we listened to Lauryn Hill and 90s artists on the car ride, and watch all of my favorite movies with me even when you came home tired after a long day, I would like to say thank you, Mom, for everything, and I love you. To my sister Anna, you have always been there. We have shared the most laughs as well as the most arguments, and you have seen me at my most vulnerable moments. What can I say? We grew up together. My senior year was rough. I faced a lot of adversity and stress. I remember my sister comforting me while I was breaking down because I felt like I didn't fulfill my senior year academic goals. When I first found out that I earned valedictorian, I told my sister. At the time, I was a bit paranoid that the ranks might magically change, so I told my sister to keep it a secret just in case I didn't get it. At that moment, my sister told me, "Fine, Eliza, I won't tell Mom and Dad, but I just want you to know that you got it, and I don't doubt that you didn't get it." Anna, my favorite sister, I only have one sister, by the way. Thank you for always being there for me when I needed you. Thank you for supporting me, believing in me, and trusting in my abilities to achieve what I set out to do. Anna, I love you. In a society that doesn't make it easy for people like me to succeed, I want you guys to know that I overcame the obstacles presented to me because my support system overcame them first. My support system provided me with the foundation to be young, gifted, and Black. There has always been a common denominator in moments of my success. Whether I'm glancing at the bleachers, the auditorium, or outside like we are today, I will always see my support system cheering me on. Thank you to my support system for everything, and this speech is dedicated to you.
I did not know Elizabeth liked junk food so much. Be careful in college. All right, next up, we're gonna call up the 17th ranked student in the class, who is a student athlete through and through. He just came from a baseball game, and that's Matthew Curry.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Matthew Curry, and I'll be attending Nichols College on an upcoming fall semester. I'd like to begin saying it is an honor and privilege to be here with all you tonight. As I look around, I'm filled with immense gratitude and pride to be amongst the top 20 students at East Harvard High School. It is an amazing accomplishment for all of us, and a testament to the hard work and dedication that each of us has put into our high school careers. I want to say thanks to all of the wonderful people who supported me and encouraged me throughout my journey. Thank you to my family, friends, faculty, and even the new people I met along the way. I would especially like to express my gratitude to my family, who has acted as a support system through my 4 years of high school, including the difficult times I have faced during COVID. I'm grateful for all the lessons this school has taught me, and I want to wish everyone continued success and with a bright future. Congratulations. Thank you.
Good evening, teachers, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, the individuals awarded tonight with this great achievement. My name is Victoria Silva Soto, and I will be attending the University of Connecticut. I would like to begin by thanking the teachers that shaped us, the staff that supported us, the parents that raised us, and our friends that were the glue simply holding everything together. My time at EHHS has been a roller coaster ride. As I entered freshman year, vulnerable and curious, I would have never guessed that we would enter a pandemic and that my year would cut short. I don't think anyone did. I know we are all tired of hearing about the pandemic, but it truly changed my life. I was faced with, oh my God. I was faced with challenges, including anxiety, depression, and being away from my friends and loved ones. Sorry, I'm a little emotional. I took a couple things out from the pandemic. I started a Portuguese class that I attend once a week that I still continue. I discovered a love for running because what other way could I be able to get out of the house without getting in contact with someone? And I learned that time is precious, so each person I encounter, I cherish each moment. Excuse me, sorry. Then came junior year, where I came back full force. I dedicated myself to tasks that I knew I loved doing. And that over the pandemic, I learned it was something I could enjoy and not what felt like a chore. National Honor Society and Spanish Honor Society inductions, receiving the seal of biliteracy for Portuguese and then later receiving it for Spanish, and most of all, winning the state championship for girls basketball for the first time in the school's history. Oh, and I can't forget the week prior to AP exams and Mr. Rami's Saturday sessions, such fun times. I also got to experience prom and the eager feeling that upholds everyone during the last final week of school. As I finish off my senior year, our first normal year of high school, I like to look at it as a chapter I finished because we all knew high school would end, and it's time to say goodbye. Although I am sad that I won't be able to annoy Mrs. White anymore, see Lavoie's not so good dance moves, and invade Mrs. Johnson's room and snack drawer, I know that I am moving on to a new chapter. So instead of goodbye, I will use the word hello. Hello to a new chapter that will open many doors for me. Lastly, I would like to conclude with a quote that has stuck with me throughout my whole life by a particularly famous author. You're off to great places. Today is your first day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way.
Good evening. I'm Ramon Sheikh. It's a pleasure to meet you all tonight. I hope you're enjoying the food and the celebration. Now, I want you all to imagine yourself deciding between two options. Either staying in your home country, where success is limited to your religion, or move to a new country, where success is a limit to the sky, but know nothing about the country's language. Around the year 1999, my parents chose the second option. Can you imagine how hectic it must have been to find a job, learn how to drive a car, and finish 12th grade, all while learning English? Sounds impossible. But somehow they figured it out. And thanks to their courage to move to America, I was able to pursue a free and enriching education, all while guaranteeing that my success won't be decided by my identity whatsoever. I am grateful that my parents have done everything in their power to push and allow me to succeed. On the days I feel tired from work, I think of my dad's shoes, working 24/7 to keep this American dream a possibility. No way can I slack off if he isn't. And no way can I slack off surrounded by encouraging staff wherever I go in the EHHS building. There's always some kind of interesting conversation going on, whether it's solution pollutions with Miss Williams, or the philosophical conversations going on in the engineering hallway. It just reminds me of how amazing it is to be surrounded by such kind and enthusiastic humans in one place. I'm gonna miss that tight-knit community where at times I'm feeling doubtful about my abilities to pursue something. Teachers like Miss Daly say, "What do you mean you can't exercise? You haven't even tried." Or those times my English teachers pulled me out of a whirlpool of writing confusion. If the teachers told me, "You know what, I'm gonna call it quits for the day," I wouldn't have gained the confidence to write and win that scholarship. If EHHS staff told me, "Yeah, what's the point?" I wouldn't have tried exercising. But thanks to all the helpful staff around me, I went from not knowing what a resume was to committing to the University of Connecticut, where I'll be pursuing a bachelor's degree in robotics engineering. And of course, I cannot forget my friends I made throughout this crazy journey, keeping my limits in check and mental state. Without them, my brains would have exploded from the 10 APs and 3 MCC classes I would have taken. Sometimes we just need others who stand beside us and remind us to take a break, and how life is not just some game of how much can I achieve in X amount of years, rather a game of how much can you truly enjoy life where you won't regret living it. Sometimes we just need someone to goof around with and take a break from all that life has in store for us. So thank you to all my friends who made high school so much more enjoyable and manageable. Wouldn't know where I'd be without meeting you all. With all that being said, I want you all to remember one thing from this speech. You may find it difficult to stop yourself from doing so much on your own, But please remember, there are people around you who want to help you and make it so you bear less stress on yourself. Remember to ask for help and remember to use your summer to relax. All of you.
I'd like to apologize in advance. I am a little under the weather right now. But just to begin, my name is Megan. Over the past 4 years, I've had a lot of late nights of homework, studying, working out, and I've grinded to accomplish a lot of things. So let me tell you about it. Since freshman year, I have become a recurring scholar athlete, not only for Connecticut swimming, but for CIAC. I've gone to nationals with my club team multiple times, am an all-state swimmer for the CIAC, captain of our girls varsity swim team, and I've broken 3 school records. Due to my hard work and dedication and endless yards swum at practices and meets, I will be swimming at the Division I level next year to continue my swimming career for at least another 4 years. However, I am not only an athlete. I applied the same drive and dedication from my sport to my academics. In school, I am currently a member of the Triumph Music Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, National Honor Society, and the Orchestra Leadership Team, with the last 2 also being the treasurer of each. I have maintained a very strong GPA, surprisingly, and I've received a number of awards for my intellectual promise in the fields of math and science, which inspired me to pursue a degree in chemical engineering on the pre-pharmacy track in order to be a pharmaceutical industry pharmacist. One might think that I sound like quite the superhero for achieving all these tasks, but to say I achieved this all on my own would be a huge understatement, or a huge lie. I think if I did this without any help, I'd go absolutely insane and have to drop out of school. But I've always had my friends, in and outside of school, that keep me sane. I'll never forget the long FaceTime calls that started with crying and yelling about math problems, and ended with talking about anything and everything that doesn't have to do with the actual work due the very next day. I also can't thank my coaches enough for putting up with the times where I've just started sobbing and bawling my eyes out during a hard set and having to get out of the water because I just could not do it with the long day I had. Just to say, the practice was never the problem, it was just my final straw.
Hey, also I'm a Barcelona fan. I was just supporting Madrid to cheer down Liverpool, so. Anyways, so, we're all here, I guess. Well, can we say it's a joyous year? Hell no. We can't not say it was a fun year. I see all these people here who have deserved these positions that they are in. I just can't help to feel like I have not worked hard enough to get here and I am not as deserving as I should have been. But to make up for that, my future career path is going to be in pediatric oncology through Boston University's biomedical engineering program. And there's this one quote that I've been living by. It's from Doctor Who, so bear with me, I'm a bit of a nerd. It's from the 12th Doctor, to be specific. I will do what I do because it is right. It is decent. Above all, it is kind. I will stand here doing what I will do, even if it kills me. So, here I am. I will make this spot memorable for not only myself, but for those who should have deserved it and been in my position. So, I will go to Boston University in Boston, Massachusetts, study biomedical engineering, and make this position worthy and not just suffer in vain. Thank you.
Super nervous, but I am cold, so my voice might sound a little bit shaky. Good evening, everybody. My name is Elena. I'm honored to be standing here tonight among not only some of the smartest people I know, but also some of the most hardworking, emotionally intelligent, empathetic, and driven people I've had the chance to share high school experience with. As I enter this new chapter of my life and close out several long-standing ones, I'm very grateful for all of the moments that allowed me to be here today. When reflecting on what to write this speech about, my mind flooded with all of my past and present teachers. To say thank you to them would be unkind, as thankful is truly an understatement as to the gratitude I feel towards the teachers I've had the privilege of learning from. Mrs. Fallenstein, who is here with me tonight, was the first teacher to have a long-lasting impact on my heart, showing me to be kind and lead with grace, even in moments of chaos. Miss Mena taught me the importance of embracing your quirks and how valuable it is to live the most authentic version of yourself day to day. Miss Sarah, who is truly like my big sister, has had the utmost importance in molding the student I became throughout high school. Her compassion whilst managing being a first-year teacher, her effort to create a bond stronger than what the 46-minute period would allow to foster, and her willingness to view every day as an opportunity to create a charismatic future America has inspired me in ways I can't even begin to explain. Ms. Bump, who despite her very busy schedule, came to support me outside of school at my dance competitions, showing that she cared for more than my achievement in the classroom, and how the passions of students and teachers can lead to powerful bonds. Dr. Wedgie, quite possibly the smartest person I've ever met, showed how beautiful loving school can be, how the rest of your life is not determined by the career path you choose at 18, and how to lead with patience and an eagerness to watch others grow. Ms. Cutcomb, who allowed me to find my voice and encouraged my very, very chatty tendencies as a way to advocate for myself and others. And of course, my school mom, Miss Johnson. She took Victoria and I in as her own, creating a bond that made coming to school worth it. Did more for me than I could ever ask for, and was always, and was always there to...
That's all right.
and to hug me in my emotional drama queen moments of high school. In the time of life that we are in, I'm aware that teaching is not the most supported profession out there. And though I know many of the teachers sitting here today will shake their heads when I say this, I cannot imagine myself doing anything else but being just like them. Their resilience is superhuman and their energy is magnetic. My teachers have always been the most special people to me, and falling in their footsteps is all I could ever want. I could only hope to have half the impact on my future students as all of my teachers have had on me. Though I can never say it enough, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of the teachers I've ever had the privilege of learning from, for being the people I look up to the most, for being the people who allowed my confidence to grow and are the reason I stand here today. You all taught me so much more than reading or math, and I'm forever changed because of it. With that being said, next year I'm very excited to say I'll be attending UConn as a statistics major, inspired by yet another one of my amazing teachers, Mr. Carafano, in hopes of one day becoming a math teacher. I can genuinely say my teachers are my heroes, and I cannot wait to carry on their legacies.
Thank you. Good evening, friends, family, faculty, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. My name is Hillary Lee, and it is my privilege to be a part of the celebration tonight and honor the perseverance, tenacity, and diligence that sits at every one of these tables. I have always felt an obligation to make every piece of my writing greater than the last. Every word choice is a demonstration of my wit, every sentence a reflection of my character. Writing this speech, I feel compelled to say something thoughtful, something insightful, something that will leave people with a greater respect for what I represent. These last 4 years, the thesaurus has found its permanent residence among my tabs of essays, emails, and slurries of questions that I'm too embarrassed to ask in class. But there is not one word in the English language that can quite define the uncertainty that I feel for what is to come. I can use 100 different words to explain to you how change is good and how we are destined for greater things, but I cannot find just the right way to explain the grief of leaving behind the life that we have known for so long. The beauty of writing is the ability to put into words all the things that you've left unsaid, all the ideas that you can't explain. Though I can't rationalize the uncertainty, the fear of what's ahead, what I can put into words is the pride I feel for having made it this far. So congratulations to the class of 2023. It has been a great honor to stand here in front of the most accomplished, driven, and intelligent people I've had the pleasure of growing up with these past 4 years. Though this marks the end of our time together, you will continue to thrive in your very own right. I trust that your stories will continue to evolve even when there is no one to bear witness to your brilliance. I trust that you will find the answers to questions that you seek and continue to search for more. I trust that you'll go far beyond just this podium here today. Thank you.
My name is Rai Arenia, and I will be attending Hofstra University this fall. I would like to begin by congratulating everyone here tonight awarded with this great accomplishment. From the moment I came to America 10 years ago, I would have never imagined myself becoming so successful at school. When I first moved from Peru, it was difficult living somewhere that I knew nothing about. It took me a while to adjust to a new life. Throughout the years, I faced many obstacles, including meeting new people, learning a new language, and acclimating to a new school environment. But with the help of my teachers and school staff, it made it much easier. With this, I want to acknowledge that I am very grateful to all my teachers and school staff that helped me. More especially, I want to thank Mr. Garofano, who I invited here tonight because he helped me in all of my difficult times throughout my high school years. Most importantly, I wouldn't have been able to overcome my struggles without my grandparents and especially my mother. They have always been by my side when I needed them the most. They have always encouraged me to do well in school, not just for them, but for myself as well. I am very happy that I strive to be the best son and grandson for them. I am proud of myself for putting a smile on their faces. I am so thankful that they are in my life. Without them, I would have not be the person I am today. Thank you.
Thank you for coming out to celebrate all of our accomplishments and hard work. These past 4 years have been very challenging in and outside of high school, and I'm just so proud of myself and everybody that's here tonight and being recognized. I want to thank everyone sitting at my table, all the way in the back. My mom, who's always been there supporting and encouraging me to be great. She teaches me not to give up, to work hard, and the importance of doing whatever it takes to reach my goals. I want to thank my dad for also being there when I need words of encouragement and guidance. He makes sure I stay on track and understand the importance of education. My sister for also being there for me and blessing my cute nephew, and excuse his loudness today. And I want to thank my favorite teacher ever, Mrs. Edge. I love you so much. And she has presented me with so many opportunities and gave me so much guidance. And because of her, I have a clear plan after high school and my future career. I plan on starting my first 2 years at MCC. I will be double majoring in business management and finance, and I also will be, between my 4 years of school, I have internship at Pratt & Whitney. So yeah, moving forward, I want to continue to be able to celebrate huge accomplishments like this. I'm honored to be a part of the top 20 for the class of 2023, and I pray we all continue to be great and know that this is only the beginning.
Good evening, everybody. I don't have much of a speech written down here, but as some of you may know, I'm able to... I don't write very well, but I speak a lot. So, yeah, 2 minutes. There's a cookie to keep me in check, so... yeah, so, as some of you may know, I've had a very good past 4 years. I started out being homeschooled up until now, and this was honestly like a really great experience for me. I learned a lot about myself and a lot about other people and people as a whole, and I've changed a lot too. But lately my hobbies have consisted of a lot of things over the past few years. I've done everything from performing in a mariachi band to drawing pictures and writing stories. I've taken tons of interest in things like teaching and computer science, and pretty soon I'll be going to college at UConn to study software development. So I want to say thank you to all the people who were able to join me on this journey. There's a bunch of the top 20 and just everyone in the school. We're filled with a bunch of really hard-working individuals, and then there's me. But I just want to say thank you to all of you for being there for that. It may not have been the best journey. It could have been better. It could have been worse, though. And honestly, I'm glad it just was. If someone asks how I would do anything different, I wouldn't change it, because in the end, this is what I got, and I'm happy with how it happened. So, I just want to say, we did it. 4 years, and here we are. And, being a part of the top 20 isn't just about, where we are. It's also how we got here. We all come from so many different places in life, and we all made it to this same point. And we all have just so many stories. Each person is just filled with so many stories, so much history that led up to this moment. So we don't want to just pay attention to where we are now, but each individual here has done so much to get to this point. And I believe, I'm happy with how things have gone. And I want to thank all of you guys.
I'm Marcella. Thank you all for coming to see and hear our great achievements, and this is my speech. Speak up. As the daughter of an immigrant father and a very opinionated mother, I was always told to speak up. I didn't have the accents that my parents had, and I had the advantages that they didn't get to have when they were my age. It was smart to make the best of any opportunity that I had to speak up. My first opportunities to speak up came from small band concerts at my elementary school. Students had the option to volunteer their time and read off of a small piece of paper that included our name, instrument we played, and a small description of the piece we were to play next. I received this little slip of paper the night before and practiced a few times, and the big night was here. I walked up to the mic that was at a height that was shorter than my growing body, didn't ask for it to be adjusted, and stumbled and stammered throughout my speech. When I got home expecting to be congratulated for a job well done, I was critiqued on my actions and how hard it was for me to be understood. This experience caused me to continue contributing to small concerts, and the stammering decreased, and I made sure of the mic being adjusted at a good height. I now had a natural reflex to offer up and showcase my public speaking abilities, causing me to stumble into many different opportunities. One of these was my first leadership position as a sophomore. My band director saw that I had the ability to talk, and this ability was put to the test in front of responsive peers instead of a quiet audience. After a year of thinking this was incredibly hard, I was given an even higher position that included responsive peers and their opinions. I had to deliver information without a small piece of paper that included the points that I should hit. I never would have thought that after shakily reading into a mic multiple times and receiving pointers after from my dad, ones that annoyed me to hear, that I would eventually feel more secure in what I had to say in more formal large group settings. I still get nervous before speaking, and I believe that this is a feeling that would never go away. But I think it's a testament to say that this speech today, displayed on a longer sheet of paper, has come a long way from those done on my elementary school stage. Thank you.
Definitely crying during their speeches. Okay, hi everyone. You all look so lovely tonight. They told me I had to write a speech about myself, so here it is. The summer of 2020 marked the beginning of my spiritual journey. Due to COVID, I couldn't go outside, so I went within. Up until that point, I lacked an understanding of who I truly was. I was merely a compilation of stereotypes, scattered fragments of societal standards, and my mother's expectations. I lacked assurance in my internal identity. In this new era of my life, I wanted to be secure in who I was and what I stood for. It's a little cold, I'm sorry if I sound a little shaky. I like to say that I have always known that I wanted to pursue a career in the medical field. I was not pressured into it by my parents or societal expectations. I simply wanted to help people. But it was not until the summer of 2020, constantly seeing Black and brown communities, my communities, being disproportionately affected by the virus, that I realized that my life purpose was greater than merely helping people. I recognized that I needed to assist in a way that traversed healthcare and addressed a greater issue. It was clear that these disparities were not solely a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. There was another pandemic that was simultaneously plaguing the world: bigotry in healthcare. It was then that I came to understand that through the medical field, I could fulfill my purpose of fighting for Black liberation and racial equity. How are people of color going to live to see an equitable society if racial inequalities are hindering them from living their healthiest lives? It's this question that drives me. Every time I'm burnt out and contemplating surrendering to my debilitating anxiety, I think about the Black and brown lives that I will help save if I continue on the pre-medical track. I think about the children of color that I will inspire and show that we can achieve more than what stereotypes tell us. I think about my Nana, who was forced to suppress her dreams to satisfy the racist status quo. It is this question that will continue to ignite a fire in my heart as I enter this next stage of my life, of my journey, college. My passion for advocating for the members of my community that cannot speak for themselves will follow me throughout my higher education so that I can develop new ways to approach my activism. College will provide me with a perspective that the generations before me did not have the privilege to gain. These opportunities will expose me to a wide variety of individuals, ideas, and experiences that will mold my belief system. This new outlook will allow me to tackle any situation, medical or otherwise, with an open mind and clear spirit. My activism wisdom will follow me throughout all stages of my life, as I am not myself without fighting for the unheard. It is this determination that makes me a great student, member of the community, and human being. My journey is far from over, and the progress I've made is not frivolous. Fighting for injustice whilst fighting off disease is what I will dedicate my life to and constantly strive for.
He made me main event tonight. I'm a boxer, guys, for those who don't know. I wasn't going to talk about boxing, but I am ranked 3rd in the country for my weight class. But yes, I am morning voice of East Hartford High School, so good morning, East Hartford High School. So when I think of the transformative power of education, I think of 2 major ways it has impacted me, and are things that I encourage you all to adopt as you leave from here tonight as well. Firstly, education awakens a sense of curiosity about the world within a person. You become aware of what's around you, and you begin to want to know what's out there in the world that's unknown to you. I implore you all to ask questions about the hows and whys of your academics, not because an A would look good in a class, but because you truly want to know and want to have a deeper understanding of anything you study. Learn about different languages and cultures around the world, and step out of your comfort zone to create authentic experiences, which are ones that you can draw wisdom from. And just do anything that will propel you to become better within yourself and become a well-rounded human being. Secondly, education comes with the responsibility of being a lifelong teacher. There is no sense in being transformed by education if you have no intentions of sharing your knowledge with those around you. We are like light bulbs in a series, gaining understanding and passing it down to the next in order for us all to function in this world. Failure to do so breaks the cycle of knowledge, leading to an ill-fated society. Therefore, becoming an educated person gives you this obligation of helping others get to your level of success by dropping the jewels of life on them that you have learned from being engaged with the process of becoming educated. I have been inspired to want to be transformed by education, and I want to thank all of my teachers and my parents and my coach for supporting me along my journey. Thank you, and good night.